Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Liam, and I want to read you the intro to the book I'm currently writing for my course update. I've been writing it for about 6 months. It's been a lot of hard work. There's been a lot of stuff to add to it, testimonials, new information, citations, new chapters. I thought I would have released it about 3 months ago, but if you want to do something, if you're going to do something, rather you got to do it right. Do it right the first time too. So this is actually the fourth course update that I've got because I keep adding stuff. And at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm simplifying everything into a book, which will be included with the course update. So if you want to join the course, click down below this video. I'll put a link. You can join and you'll get the course update for free. So I want to read you right now the intro to this book. Okay? So, the preface. I had tinnitus for 4 years. Alongside that tinnitus was hyperacusis so painful that even footsteps would cause physical pain in my ears, followed immediately by spikes in my tinnitus. This is my story. Due to these issues, I had to drop out of university. I was at Victorian College of the Arts, where I was studying jazz. I had to pull back from my friends and social life, and needless to say, I found it hard to hold down a job. My tinnitus was about a 12 out of 10, by the way. It was fucking torture. I did what you have already done too. I went to those that I thought were the most qualified and likely to help me. I saw multiple otolaryngologists, which is an ENT, and all but one clearly could not care less about my conditions, those being hyperacusis and tinnitus. The one ENT who could help, the one ENT who did care couldn't help anyway. He could not help because the training of an ENT, I've lost my spot. He could not help because the training of an ENT is not conducive to treating the underlying causes of tinnitus, hyperacusis, pulsatile tinnitus, vertigo, or even hearing loss. The education of an ENT, rather, is not education at all, but an indoctrination. This indoctrination requires ENTs to make their patients incorrectly believe that their symptoms are for life and that the best and only course of action is habituation. Okay, so just take a break. You got to remember, guys, ENTs, they're not taught necessarily how to think. They are taught that when a patient says X, they say Y. When a patient presents with symptom A, they prescribe medication B. That is it. If you walk into an office of an ENT, and I'm sure you know this, they'll take a look in your ear, they'll give you a bogus hearing test, which is a joke if you have ENT. They'll tell you you've got hearing loss, and then they'll say there's nothing you can do, get the hell out of my office. Am I right or am I right? Okay, let's continue. Does that sound like someone who knows what they're doing? Okay, it is not hyperbolic to claim that every tinnitus sufferer should be irate over the treatment they receive from ENTs. The contempt some ENTs hold for their patients who ask them for alternative treatments for their tinnitus are overshadowed only by the loathing ENTs have for the patients who dare to try these alternate treatments without the ENT's permission and have the sheer audacity to reduce and eliminate their own tinnitus. So what I said there basically is that ENTs get offended. They do, I've seen it, and I've heard many people say the same thing. When people go into their office and say, I've got tinnitus, and the ENT says nothing you can do, and the patient says, well, what about this? What about this? And they say, no, shut up. I'm the expert. Shut your mouth. There's nothing you can do. Get out. We've all seen it. Obviously, it's not that ridiculous, but, it kind of is. And then I've got a testimonial here which says, from someone that says, love your advice. Everything has helped me so much. Great work. What's your opinion on sugar-free candy? My doctor says I'm crazy for listening to your advice, but my progress says otherwise. If that doesn't symbolize the world of tinnitus and ENTs, I don't know what does. It's a fucking disgrace. Okay, moving on. My posit for this book is not to ask you to ignore ENTs or not to see them at all, and that is true. But just think for yourself. Free thinking may seem wild or even conspiratorial in today's climate, but it is the true path to silence. Doctors who deal with acute issues such as car accidents, heart attacks, are heroes of society, and I do mean that. But the specialists who take on clients with diabetes, skin issues, obesity, and tinnitus, and more, often make their patients' conditions worse or fail to change anything. That is a fact. This is the sad yet all too clear truth of modern Western medicine. If you're reading this book and believe that you have tried everything, then I would like to happily inform you that you are incorrect. And that is a good thing. For inside this book, I have compiled everything that works for tinnitus, which happens to be the opposite of everything you thought you knew about tinnitus. How about the hair cell theory? We will discuss that. Audiograms, that too. I believe that not 99%, but rather 100% of what is written online about tinnitus from reputable sources is incorrect. And that is great for you. In this book, I'm going to show you that not only is habituation not the only option, but that it can have detrimental effects on mental health, physical health, and your wallet. I will also, of course, show you how to obtain silence and keep it. As Seneca said, if one does not know to which port one is sailing, then no wind is favorable. With that in mind, I am not only going to show you that silence is possible, but specifically how to get there without wasting time. So that is the intro, and then it goes into the chapters. I think there was a bit more I want to read to you. No, I'll say that for another video. But that's the intro. I just kind of wanted to show you what to expect and give you a bit of hope. Because I realized the other day, for many years I thought I was in the field of my field of work is tinnitus. But really, I work in the field of hope. Because in order for someone to actually get tinnitus, they first need to see that there's hope. They need to see that silence is possible for other people, and then they need to believe that it's possible for them. They need to believe it, because only then will you stick with this course for long enough, because sometimes it's not easy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to try and sell you a magic bullet. Shit gets hard sometimes. When your family and friends say, why are you changing? And your tinnitus goes down to 50% and you go, oh my God, this is amazing. And then it goes back up and you go, oh, my throat's doing well. You've got to deal with the spikes and ups and downs. You got to have a bit of grit. You really do. And so if you don't have that belief and that hope there, that's been fucked out of you by these stupid ENTs and these ridiculous forums, it's going to be hard. I know. I did it alone. I had nothing. I had nobody. It was me. I just did it by myself. So if I can do it, you can too. And I really fucking mean that. So looking forward to releasing this for you guys. It's going to be awesome, and tinnitus is not for life.